Hey folks, AshDaleThingsIndustry.com. So just taking a second from patient treatment before this is with a screw retaining crown we're trying to get off, and this is one of the techniques that when the abutment screw, so this is a screw retaining crown, when the abutment screw, you have an abutment screw whether or not you're using a cement retained single unit or FTP, you always have a screw that's going to hold down the abutment. So what happens when this thing gets stripped? Now this is a 3i, and just like any mechanical part, at some point things start to wear. So our implant drivers are getting a little worn, and sure enough it started to spin. So you can see how it's engaging when we're torquing down, it's engaging when we're tightening, but when we're taking it off, it's spun. Now that most of this is a hand driver, but the ones that are actually in our other driver are fairly old. So what do? Well, it's a great learning experience. So you take a you do a 169 or a small round burr, and you just trough it. So you make for a Phillips drive. So as you can see, Dr. K gave me a hand this morning, and you can either use, that's fairly small, that's a half round, so he was using a 2 round to trough. Actually, I think he did use a half round, just a half round to trough for a Phillips, and then later on use the Phillips drive to engage the screw and unscrew it. So let's see what that looks like on the model. So intraorally, this is essentially what you see, kind of not a lot, and it's, you can visualize, but a lot of it's by feel. So we would take the regular driver, place it in, and it was just spinning. So, and this is, we're using a different torque wrench than this. This is just for demonstration purposes, and it was spinning. So like I said, Dr. K took a half round. I mean, you can use whatever tiny little burr, and troughed grooves, and then took the Phillips driver and was able to engage. Crown didn't spin like that. Engage it and take it out. Remove the implant crown. And what we're doing here is an FDP from this natural tooth to the implant. So if it's stripped, it's not always the end of the road. There are a couple. This is one of probably a few techniques to be able to extract that screw. There's a great photo, great image right there. You can see right down the crown. Cheers.